up, guys? Wes back with Auto Mafia. Today we're working on a Miata. Now, everybody loves these things because they're fast, you know, not in a straight line, but they're fast around corners and they handle great. But one thing that I like to do with cars like this is give them a little upgrade. So we're giving an upgrade with the anti-roll bar kit by Eibach. That's part number 5530.320. That's a front and rear kit. So we're going to show you guys how to take off your old stuff, install the new stuff, and we'll have some fun doing it. Okay guys, so first thing we've already taken the wrapping out. When you're going to open it up, you're going to find the two big bars. So the biggest one is your front sway bar. The smaller one is your rear. Now, not only does it come with the new sway bars, but in the front you have your, not your links, but your mounts for it. Comes with new actual, the humped ones, and new bushings. And for the rear, it just comes with the new bushings. You're going to reuse the actual hump and mounting piece from there, from the car. And it also comes with its own grease, so you can grease them up so that we can try and not get as much NVH. So first things first, guys, put the car up into the air. And you don't have to necessarily take off the wheels and tires, but it will make it easier. We already took them off, so we're going to roll that way. Very, very simple. I'm going to use a Milwaukee little impact wrench, but it's a 14, I believe, millimeter. Yes, 14 millimeter for all the bolts on this. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to take it off of the end link here. And we've already loosened it up. Okay, but we'll get that first one off. Now do not lose your nuts, because your nuts are going to go back on. So grab it with one hand, and you're going to have to pull or push on it to pop that out. Once that pops out, take your nut, put it back on so that you don't lose it. We're going to go ahead and do the other side real quick. And same procedure. I don't want to lose my nuts, so we'll pop it off and set it on. So lastly, guys, you have 4 more nuts. These are right here under where your muffler would be. We've gone ahead and taken the muffler off already, but you'll be able to get in there with a wrench if you still have that on. It's that same 14 millimeter. Allowing us to take it off. Now, when we pull this off, we're going to be reusing this metal piece, but we're not going to reuse the rubber bushing, okay? So we're going to leave that on for now. We're going to go back here and take off this other side, but we'll put the nuts back where they came from. Same procedure for the other side, guys. Nice and easy, take them off. And then you're just going to pull it down around, and she'll come off nice and easy. So here we got both of our rear bars. This is obviously our stock takeoff. And here's the one that Eibach provides. As you can see, it is quite a bit larger, and it has 3 adjustment holes so that you can get a different amount of stiffness for your ride. What we're going to do now, guys, is we're going to take the grease that comes with it, and we're going to grease up these bushings, and we're going to have to slide them on here. They go on both sides. Right there on the outside, it looks like where they're going to sit. So we're going to grease them up and slide them in and on. So make sure you use the lube that comes with it, the grease, guys. And this doesn't look like it opens, but guess what? It does. It's just sealed very nicely. So we're literally just going to grease it up on the inside there. Okay. And then we're going to open that up and slide it on right here. There we go. Then we're going to spin it around and back and forth a little bit to work that grease around. Okay. Now, like what I said before, we're going to reuse these caps. So we're going to pop the cap off like that, and it's going to go right on to our Eibach. We're going to go ahead and repeat this procedure on the other side. So repeating the process for the other side, we can use this whole tube, so we're going to basically put a bunch in there. Find where it opens. And like I said, spin it around, back and forth, so you know you got it on there. Then we'll take the metal bracket off this side, slide it right down onto that one, and we're good to go. This is now ready to be installed in the car. We're going to go ahead and remove our 4 nuts that we had set. Oop, I'll grab that. So we'll get all 4 of those off there, and then you're literally just going to slide it on. And don't worry about where this end is yet. And we're going to go ahead and put our nuts on, just loose for the moment to hold it. And I got to go grab those ones I dropped. So like I said, we're just going to start these by hand before we get them cranked down. So now that we got them threaded on by hand, we can go ahead and hit them with the Milwaukee. Okay guys, so now that we have these cinched down, I forgot to mention something, and that's what way your Eibach sway bar goes on. So if you look at the middle, they have your part number and they have the Eibach symbol. That's how you know if it's the right way up. So we're going to go ahead and put their end links on. Pretty simple. So the innermost hole closest to the bar, that is your softest setting. And it has 3 holes in it, if you can see there from the side, 3 holes. So our stiffest setting is going to be on that furthest outside hole. So we're going to do a middle of the road setup on this one. So we went ahead and slid that in the middle hole, you can see from this side, or that side. See that? So we're going to go ahead and just tighten it down now. That's still our 14 millimeter. So that's on there nice and tight. Your first one is easy. So on our second side, it might be a little more difficult depending on which hole you're putting it in. We're going for the middle one, so I can just pull down a little, puts the tension on it, and then we'll go ahead and start the nut by hand and cinch it down, and then hit it with the impact. So there you go guys, that is our install of the rear Eibach sway bar on the NB Miata. We're gonna go ahead and start undoing the front and get ready to put the front sway bar on. So here we are up front guys. First thing we're gonna do, obviously, raise the car and take the wheels off so you have room. 14 millimeter again. Take it right off. Pop it out. Do the same to the other side. So that one's spinning on us. Because when we're trying to pull this off, it's spinning, we went ahead and grabbed a open-ended wrench. And it's a ratcheting one, which makes it easy, and an Allen head. Got the right one, stick it in there, and then we can just ratchet it off. Now, if you don't have a ratcheting one, you can still use the open end, and it'll work just fine. You won't have any issues. And once you get it loose enough, you should be able to just spin it off the rest of the way, like that. Pop it off, put our nut back on, so we don't lose it, and then we'll go ahead and pull the mounts off. So we're going to go ahead and take the mounting brackets off that actually hold the sway bar up. Now these ones are actually 12 millimeter, not 14. Now this bar is a little bit heavier, guys, so put a hand on it so it doesn't hit you in the face. And we'll just slide it in and out. So you can see we have our stock front sway bar here, and we have our Eibach one here. It's a lot more solid. We only have one set of holes. It's not adjustable, but that's okay. And it does come with new bushings and new brackets to fit this larger sway bar. So we're going to go ahead and take that supplied grease these up, put them on, and then we're going to mount the brackets and go stick it on the car. So because these are pretty big, we're going to use literally half of our tube in each one. It's okay to have extra, we can always wipe it off. Spin it around, back and forth. Make sure we're nice and good. And we know that that can go on over the top. Do the other side. Okay, we got that one greased. Go ahead and throw it in. Spin it around a couple times. Now it's all greased. Throw the bracket on. She's ready to install. So to make it easy, guys, you're just going to shove it up and over the hose. Oh, I got to go over one more, it looks like. Nope, we're good. Slide her in there. So once you guys got this up here, go ahead and slide your bolts in. And this one is kind of heavy, so if you can have someone help you to hold it, that would be a good idea. Let's get one started. Come in the middle, and you can hold it up by using pressure is the easiest way. Just use your arm in the middle to put pressure on it and get these suckers started by hand. So now that we have these hand tight, you can go ahead and use your extension tool with that 12mm. We're going to tighten them up a little more. Now we're still not going to go all the way tight. Okay, we're going to leave them slightly loose, but we're going to have them on there so they're on tight enough that it's not going to fall on us. Now the reason we're leaving them slightly loose is this bar is going to move a little, and we want to have the room to put the connectors on. Okay guys, so we're going to go ahead and mount the end link to it. Take off your nut, rotate it up. This is the first side, so it should be the easiest. Slide her on there, make sure it's nice and flush, and we'll get it started here, and then we'll hit it with the impact. That's all she needs on this side. Now the other side is going to be a little harder, simply because the other side's already tight. So you got to push it up like I did, and then we'll start it by hand. Now remember, this is the side that we actually had to go ahead and grab our Allen head, and I can feel it spinning, so we're going to have to do that again. So exactly how we got it off, guys, we're going to get that ratchet on there, put our Allen head in, and we're just going to start cranking her down and get it on. So last bit, tightening up the brackets. So there we go. We got the front sway bar on the car. Everything's tightened down. Now you can go ahead and remount your wheels on all four corners and then set it down nice and soft, but brand new Eibach sway bar kit, front and rear. That's your how-to. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe.